Hey guys, it's Oracle Daphne. I'm back again for October 24th daily horoscope. I'm sending you some of my beautiful lemony vegetable rice soup. Um, I'm doing, the October 24th daily video for all signs. Okay, guys? And I haven't pulled any cards yet, so I'm throwing this one live for all of you. What's coming out? I guess we're gonna do two because two popped out, and so the first one is freedom from worry, and I love this card. And for those of you who, when I think I talk about doing some numerology stuff. When you add, so tomorrow's the 24th. So when you add the 2 and the 4 together, those two digits together from 24, 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 is the love number. 6 is a love number. So, I I would say this is a great day, and it's Friday night, and so it kind of makes sense. This is a great day for any kind of romance. If you're looking to go on a date or meet up somebody new, this is a great time to do it. But ultimately, the freedom from worry card is about how you're going to be moving away from these hard times. This is hard times. This is trouble. This is trouble in relationships. This is trouble in finances. This is trouble in, where you're living, maybe family members. I don't like crows. And so you're moving away from the crows because crows peck and they'll eat like anything. I don't like that. And so it's like this little boy who's riding on this bird, and the bird has come to save him, and it's just an awesome feeling, of getting deep sleep, sleeping better if you haven't been sleeping well, sleeping much better. The night, I would say, the night of the 24th, possibly even the night of the 23rd, and I'm recording this on the 23rd, so if you're watching it a little bit beforehand, this might be a better, deeper sleep for you. I feel like this, with the solar eclipse, some of you may have kind of 50-50 as far as sleeping on the night of the solar eclipse, but I feel like on the 24th, it's kind of like, we're almost through the Mercury retrograde, and I feel like going out of the Mercury retrograde, it's going to be a little bit smoother sailing for those of you who are kind of been going through some tougher times. So there's 6 swords here. It's interesting because I feel like there's the 6 to me. I specifically feel like there's 6 people in your life. And I specifically feel like they're family members who are around you who may not really support you, or who may not really they may stand together, and stand their ground against you. So you may be, it's like you're the only white bird in this is you. You're the white bird, and there's all these other black birds here. And so you're the white sheep of the family, kinda. But ideally, this is about having the freedom from worry. And I feel like the solar eclipse brought a lot of, it churned everything up, all the stuff at the bottom of the pot, as far as our emotions, as far as our insecurities, as far as our fears. It just churned everything up. And then the aftermath of the solar eclipse is like, you can rest now. You can rest easy now. It's freedom from worry. And you also got the Page of Pentacles on this day as well. So this is someone who's thinking about going back to school, someone who's doing research, someone who has the seed of potential in her hand. And I do think of this as a woman who gets pregnant really easily, or this is someone who has many children. but it's like, it's the egg, it's the seed, it's the life, it's like the mother, there's a lot of motherly energy. It's like a young mother, like a new mom even. But it's also it's like that person that has that dream of comfort and stability, having that dream of material security. I think of, Capricorns and Virgos and Tauruses primarily when I think of this card, because I feel like there's a lot of earth. There's a lot of earth space. I mean, the card is pretty much taken up by all of this earth, all these rocks, all this ground. And there's a little bit of, and I feel like, especially for earth signs, inside that earth is a sleeping dragon, right? Inside the earth is like, again, it's the fire within. It's that dragon within. It's that beast, that insatiable beast, that beast in all of us. That, and it's not just earth signs, but it's specifically in earth signs. I feel like they're prone to this because they have technically the fire within them. The fire is inside the earth. Earth's core. That's how volcanoes erupt. So it's sort of just like, there's this hidden potential and this hidden craving for material security. And there's the potential to have that. On this day, I feel like where it's taming the beast within, thinking about other things aside from material security. But I mean, it's also, kind of, I guess, developing an attitude of learning and wanting, like a hunger for knowledge and seeking more knowledge, kind of learning more about maybe certain things that maybe you've never learned before. The challenge for earth signs, I do feel sometimes, is they become like insatiable as far as needing to have, a nest egg for themselves. And they stop really paying attention to what's really going on in the world, They don't need the intellectual stimulation like others do. They need the money in the bank is what they need. And so the thing is, there is a lot of potential for big money for earth signs, because this is what they want, this is what they crave. So eventually the universe has to oblige them, because it's like they're manifested for themselves. But I guess the only caution to be on this day is try to tame the beast within. Try to seek out some knowledge. Join like a debate team. Do something that's intellectually challenging. Because I feel like that's going to serve you. Having that attitude of hunger for more knowledge is going to serve you better. This is specifically for earth signs than just focusing on, that nest egg or that money in your wallet, I feel like she feels like money is power, and it's not. It's not really, no. What power is more, I guess I feel like it's more like an internal thing, Someone can be really powerful and not have any money at all. It's something to consider. And you're kind of going, well, how is that possible? And where are these people? And I know they exist. It's just they don't really. And again, there's this over focus. I feel like there's this over focus. The thing is, what's going to happen is if the beast within, that hunger, insatiable beast for financial prosperity and wealth and materialism, wakes up, this person is going to get devoured by this beast. Never really thought about that before, but I kind of am right now. I'm kind of thinking, this beast is going to wake up, she's going to fall, and this beast is just going to eat her right up. So you have to cultivate other hobbies and interests, and kind of a learned attitude or learning attitude about other things that are going on in the world, aside from this quest, for material security. Because once you achieve material security, there's not going to be anything else. You're gonna have become the beast. You will have become this materialistic beast, and there won't be anything else in your life. It'll just be you and the stuff. And you want there to be more in your life than you and the stuff. You want there to be people in your life that love you, who you love, family, friends, It's important to have that stuff. So, this is also a very trustworthy person. This is someone who you can trust. She is very studious. The thing about this is she can be a student, but at the same time still have a little bit of beast inside her. It's kind of what I think. But it's weird that these two are together. I feel like this could be brother and sister, to be honest with you. This is like brother and sister. She is the older sister. This is the younger brother. It could be that your younger brother is kind of going through some tough time, but you're worried about him. He's going to be carried off by this bird, and you're not going to have to worry about him for too much longer. The energy, anyways, on the 24th is there for that. And, if, in a magical world, he is going to continue on this onward and upward climb into the high magical mists of the kingdom. So I feel like starting the 24th, things are going to be better for him. And then, for the next, days after that, weeks after that, he's going to continue on this upwards journey. So I don't think you're going to have to worry about him so much. I feel like you are worried. If you have a younger brother, you're worried about him. And he's going to be fine. Okay. As the older sister, I feel like you're kind of taking responsibility for the family, and maybe you're going to college. You're the first person in your family to go to college, or you're trying to prove something by going to college. And your younger brother looks up to you. It could be just you're paving your way in the world, and your younger brother, it could be even a younger sister, looks up to you, and you're doing something that you're hoping is going to lead to big wealth. I just realized this. This girl is sitting on this coin, but she doesn't know it. She can't see it. I can't believe I never thought of it this before. See, the coin is inside this rock, right? It's inside this rock. You can't really see it here, but there's this rock. This is a cliff, right? And if we're talking about earth signs, who are the earth and the rock, the coin is inside you. So I always tell people this: you're so money, okay? Because you are. Because the gifts and talents that reside in you and your spirit and your good nature and your personality is gold, So you need to do more with your gifts and your creativity and your, you need to value yourself. You need to really value yourself. And it's interesting, I kind of had this breakthrough moment where one of my psychic friends had told me many years ago that I needed to value myself more, and that I needed to stop thinking about money, like a job that makes money, as having to be something that I don't even like, just to make money. Because there's this belief that we're taught by our grandparents. It's handed down to our parents, which is handed down to somebody that's my age, or somebody who's in the last 100 years, you've been part of this belief. You've had this instilled in you, especially in the U.S. I'm not sure about other countries because I haven't lived there, but in the U.S. there's this there's this trickle down of what I call the Depression era consciousness, which is you've got to find a job to make money. It doesn't matter what job you do. You just got to have a job, and that pays the bills and puts money and the survival. They're talking about survival. You just got to have the job so you can pay for survival. And yeah, that's great at the basic level, but this is the age of Aquarius. This is about, they did not tell you to do something that you love, to do something that's within you. So if you have a great idea to be like, a photographer that rides in hot air balloons or something wild like that, and you're the only photographer in the world that can hang off the basket of a hot air balloon and take pictures of the rhinoceros in Africa, this is what you need to be doing. Your ideas and your your interests have value, and you can turn those into something profitable. And it doesn't have to be where, you go work in some accounting agency or accounting firm when you don't even like that stuff. You didn't even go to school for that stuff just to make the money, because you're never going to be happy at it. You just won't. It'll be a dead-end job. You just go in, and your time, you're not thinking about all the time that you're spending in your life doing something that you don't love. And then you'll eventually have a midlife crisis. So it's important for you, and it's interesting because I had to explain this to a client recently, and this is what I was struggling with. And my second friend a long time ago said, Elizabeth, you have this old belief system that's instilled in you that you have to do something outside of yourself. And I didn't understand, And it finally clicked in when I had to explain it to somebody else. And this is what I encourage you to do, okay? I encourage you to think about all the things that you love. And if you don't have time, and if you've forgotten, and you're just like, well, I don't have any hobbies, I don't have anything that I love to do, I just work all the time. You need to take some time for yourself. You need to do some research, hit the books, okay? Go to the library, go to Barnes & Noble, go out, go to the mall even. Seriously, just get out and get some ideas going about things that you like. And think about things that make you happy. I mean, if you love ice cream, you've always wanted to have like an ice cream shop, do something like that. It's not impossible. It's just that you've made up your mind that somehow, some way, you've got to make money doing something else that you don't even like. It's time to let go of that old belief system. And I feel like this person, you earth signs need to let go of some of that. How you're going to pay your bills and how you're going to do all this. You can do that by doing something you love. If you try, and you need to try, you can't just dream about it. You have to actually try it. Test it out. If you have a full-time job, test it out on the weekends. Little did I know that everybody would love my videos. Things like this. I tested it out. I really had no idea. And it was a great surprise. I mean, it's what I've been looking to do for a long time. But see, I had been taught that as an artist, that I wasn't going to be able to make a living doing something that I love to do, my art, my creativity, my natural stuff, and the thing is now I can, so I just want you guys to think creatively about how you make, what your career is and how you make a living. On this day, I want you to let go of the worry about money and do something you love and test it out. Like I said, if you've always wanted to hang off, hot air balloon baskets and do photography, then you should at least be doing that on the weekends if you have a full-time job to test it out. And then if things start to blossom and you want to go the full-time route, well then do it. There's nothing stopping you. You're the only one holding yourself back. Okay, so this can also signal moving. This is you're thinking about moving. You're in the process of moving. You're not quite out of the, there's this little tail end of tough hardship time which, you know, maybe right now it's eating away at you a little bit, but, you know, in a couple of days, a couple hours to a couple of days, this person is going to be really away from all of this. So you could be literally moving, you could be thinking about moving, but it could just kind of mean that you're kind of done, you're really over it, okay, as far as the hardship stuff. And the other thing too is don't beat yourself up about not being like the rest of the family. It's okay to be you. It's okay to do something career-wise that nobody else has done before. It's okay to do something career-wise that stimulates you and excites you, and you're not just punching the clock, you know? Anyways, you guys have heard me chat enough tonight. These videos are very long. I'm going to continue one more for the following day, and then I'm going to call it quits for the night. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing and liking my videos. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate all the comments and everything. If you would like a private reading, feel free to email me at elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a wonderful night. Big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.